poured it for anybody that had tickets and can't make it. There it is. Okay. So welcome to the Try It series. Tonight we're trying a couple of different new Riff selections. So the first one we'll start with is the Malster wheat. I almost say that. And this one is a bottled and bond 100 proof. So is their rye that we'll try next. What's everybody getting on the nose for this one?
Cinnamon toast.
I can see that. Definitely cinnamon for me. But kind of like a subdued cinnamon. It's not like in your face. Has a really thick mouthfeel to it.
Oh yeah.
And I still get that cinnamon there too. Jim, what do you think of this one?
For something that this is the weeded one, right? For something that's weeded like this, I'm surprised it's got so much spice to it. Yeah, it's very spicy in the mouth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And I don't know if it's because it's the malted wheat or what they did different with it, but it's definitely interesting.
What did you guys start with?
Oh, hey, Kathy, hey, Scott. We started with the Malster wheat.
That's
This
right.
one with the yellow.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll wait for you guys to get caught up.
We turned on the computer and it wanted to update first.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second step on the kind of like an aftertaste, I get like a tea, you know, like it's like those teas that they made, like an iced tea with the small like white tea leaves, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
God.
I was just saying there's something really sweet on the very front,
Mm-hmm.
but it gets spicy.
Yeah, it's spicier. Like, yeah, we mentioned it was spicy for a wheat. Like you'd expect a wheated bourbon to be a little more mellow than what this is.
Sorry, do we know the mash bill?
Yeah, I have it right here. So it's 65% corn, 18% Bohemian floor malted wheat, 10% unmalted wheat, 7% dark wheat. And it's aged for at least 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they used a bunch of different types of wheats in here. And I wonder if it's like that 7% dark that's making it a little bit spicier.
I've never heard of that.
Mm-mm. No, I mean, I always just assume I'm like, wheat's wheat, but I guess there would be different varieties of it. Rob, what do you think of this one?
Like I said, I'm a little surprised that it's I mean, we're all talking about, but I'm a little surprised that it's a wheat bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have guessed this is a rye.
Yeah, well, speaking of rye, let's check out this rye, see if it's more rye-like.
This one.
The malts.
It's got the Malster.
We had a wheated maltster.
Yep, and this one's the rye malster. It's got that little, it's kind of a weird orange bar.
Yeah. Scott has to see the labels for me. They're very tiny words.
Mm-hmm. And this one's mash bill, also 65% corn, 30% malted rye, 5% malted barley.
Interesting. Oh, shit. Yeah.
He's spilling.
Well, I was spinning,
Wow.
whirling, and centripetal force, or whichever way the force goes.
This one kind of has more of a vanilla nose to it, to me.
I like this a lot.
Like this one better than the wheated bourbon.
Mhm.
And it doesn't taste as much rye on it as the wheated. Did she get
Yeah,
them
isn't that
backwards?
weird? I don't do the pours, so if they were backwards, don't blame me.
I'm actually surprised at how mild this is compared to the wheat.
Yeah, it's weird, like side by side.
I have found that with their ryes in general, they don't drink like regular ryes. They're not usually like that, ice spice pepper rye.
Yeah, New Riff kind of has some subdued, just really smooth, like day drinking ryes, I would call them. They're just really easy.
At
Yeah, what do
100
you
proof?
think about? Yeah, it's 100 proof. It's bottled in bond, aged at least 5 years.
No, I was talking about you. You said this was day drinking
Yeah,
rye
I mean,
at 100 rye at 100 proof.
you could day drink at 100 proof.
Not like you got to do anything, but
Depends on what time you start. Tom, what do you think of this one?
I'm surprised how kind of stays consistently smooth, and it is less spicy than the first one on the finish. I get the vanilla, but I like this one.
Yeah, really enjoyable. Benjamin, what do you think?
Hey, evening, everyone. Pretty much the same. The surprise for me was with the first one, like the spice was like immediate on the front of the mouth, and with the rye, it was like mellow on the front of the mouth, but then you got the spice on the back. So
Yeah.
it was more of like, oh, I could drink this, and then, ooh, hey, good morning.
And then there it is. Yeah, that one's like a surprise on the back.
Very long finish in your mouth. I'm still
Yeah.
feeling that.
The first one was like
New
thicker.
Riff
Huh?
do everything in single barrels. Is that right?
No, they do have some single barrels, but these are not.
Oh, okay. They don't do everything single barrel.
Yeah. All right, so I think the rye was pretty much kind of the standout between those two. Okay, and up next we have, save a little bit of these, just let them sit, because we will come back to them, kind of let them open up a little bit, see if they changed. So we will go through those again.
That's too late on the malted.
I should have told you guys first, I'm sorry. We will jump into the single barrel. It was picked by a company called Taste Select Repeat, which is co-owned by OJ Lima. They just pick single barrels, sell them in an online liquor store. It's what they do, and they've had some great barrels from a lot of different places. So I'm excited to try this one.
It's
And
definitely a lot redder. It's darker than the first two.
And it comes in at 102.1 proof.
It's got a weird aroma. I can't identify what it is.
Kind of dusty.
Yeah. Like a little bit of oak too.
Must have
Like
a
if-
sweet tooth because I'm getting like toasted marshmallow for me.
Hmm.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, I get the dusty too though, Tony. It's an odd one.
I just opened up my bottle of new Riff malted rye, and this is what it wasn't backwards.
Okay, good. Thank you for checking on that, because I'm
Yeah,
like, now that you guys mentioned it, I'm like, maybe they are.
Well, I was wondering, but no, it's dead on.
Okay, good, good. So this one, I kind of get that toasted marshmallow like on the palate a little bit. It's definitely sweeter than the other two we've had.
It's got awesome nose.
Mhm.
The long finish, like in your mouth, not so much, not the hug, but just,
Yeah, it stays there, like kind of on the back of your tongue a little bit.
Yeah, almost a little smoky.
Yeah.
Mm,
I think that's what it was that I was trying to identify, Mr. Bill, the smokiness.
This is a really good pick, though. I like this one.
Smokiness was a good description.
Yeah.
Campfire, huh?
And I wish I had the, I guess it would just be their regular mash bill for that one, for that single barrel.
You actually have the bottles there, Stephanie?
I do not. They're at Steve has them.
Okay, because I know when they do their single barrels, they usually put the tasting notes on the label on the side for the single barrels.
Let me see if I can, hold on a second, see if I can find those.
Well, it would vary between barrel to barrel. Hence single
Yeah.
barrel.
I wondered if I checked out his website, if I could, if he has them on there. Let's see.
Hey, Benjamin,
Yes, sir.
you like the smoky stuff?
You know what? I'm not opposed to it. I've got like one or two bottles of the smoky stuff. I don't, I haven't really drank a lot of it, so I can't say if I like it or not.
Gotcha.
I've had it from a whiskey club, sent me a couple of bottles, and I'm like, oh, okay, I could drink this. To me, it was more like that came off like as a smoky Japanese whiskey.
Oh,
It's kind of the flavors that they were giving to me, and I was like, oh, this is kind of peaty.
have you tried any of the Deer Hammer Distillery, the hickory smoked corn?
I have not, sir. No.
Yeah, they're out of Colorado, and that one's fantastic.
Yeah.
Colorado, I've tried the Woody Distillery.
Okay.
And they're not smoked, but man, they have some good wheated bourbon.
A lot of really good bourbons in Colorado.
Mhm. Yes. So I did find the mash bill for this one, and it was 65% corn, 30% rye, 5% malted barley. And it was, the char on that barrel was number 4 char.
That's the
So maybe that's
smoky.
kind of where the smokiness comes from. Yeah.
Almost like a cherry cough drop, but not the real strong Hall's kind, but like the Luden's candy kind.
Oh, the ones that are really good that you.
Yeah, the ones that I used to think were candy when I was a kid.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Are all their single barrels at barrel proof?
For new Riff, I don't know. I know this one is, but I don't know
Okay.
if that's how they do all of them. I'm not
They're
sure.
all- They should all be barrel proof.
And
Yeah.
I think it
Okay.
varies from like 102 to 112 proof.
Yeah, I've got a bottle here at 114, so that's kind of a huge swing, so I wasn't sure if
Mhm.
they were watering it down slightly down to 102 for some reason, or
Well, it's a
if this
store
is just
pick.
a really high bottle and that's just a really low bottle or
No,
barrel,
th-
sorry.
They actually have different storage warehouses, and there's new ones coming out that are in the low 100s from a different warehouse.
Interesting.
Yeah, my wife and I went up there 2 weeks ago or so to New Riff. It was a good tour.
Are they in Louisville?
They're in Bardstown.
No,
No,
They're in
they're in,
Newport.
Newport, Kentucky, right
Yeah.
across from Cincinnati.
Oh, really? They're way up
It's
there.
more Cincinnati than Louisville or than Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were up there for our bourbon club back in June, and we did a barrel selection. It was really nice. We didn't actually get to do the tour because that was like 2 weeks after they just opened up Kentucky, and just the time that we were going to be there, like, sorry, we can't get you in for a tour, but we got the tour, like where they, I guess the new warehouse and the new rick house and the bottling facility, 'cause that's where they actually do the barrel selections.
Yeah, they have a nice setup for their barrel picks too.
It was really nice. It was cool because they give you a sheet of tasting notes for like 12 barrels, and you vote on the 3, from all the people that are with you. You vote on the 3 that you would like to taste, and then they'll bring those out as blind samples, and you just kind of round robin it, however you do your tasting.
Cool.
That's pretty
Fun.
cool.
Yeah.
It was a nice setup.
What proof did you guys end up coming out at with your barrel pick?
103.3.
Well, 3.3. A day drinker, Stephanie.
It is a day drinker, isn't it? I think if it's under 110, you're good. You can start before 5. I guess it depends on what your job is.
Oh, you mean
Right.
that kind of day drinking? Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm home by 12:30, 1 o'clock.
There you go.
Yeah, see, you're
Mr.
good.
Bill's got it.
It's not for
still up.
breakfast. It's for, when your day is done during the day. All right, let's jump back into, if you have any of it left, we're going to go through these again and then pick our favorite of the evening. Let's jump back into the wheated one if you still have any and see if it set and opened up any or changed. Still a pretty muted cinnamon for me.
Very much.
And like the mouthfeel in this one, I still can't get over. Like it's just so
Very thick.
thick. Anybody get anything different, or you think it's changed a lot since the first time?
Second time around, it wasn't as spicy. Definitely,
Mellowed.
smoother, easier to drink, more like a wheated bourbon, I would expect.
Yeah.
On,
Yeah, it
on the
was hard.
nose, on the nose, I had to think about it for a bit, but my aunt and uncle, they had a garage that had a loft in it, and they had overflow guests stay there, and that's what this smells like.
Like their garage
And,
loft.
and uncle's garage guest room. That's a good.
Hey,
That's a good pour.
I always thought it was cool.
Right on.
That's cool though.
That is cool.
Love how it brings back like different memories when.
Yeah, they were probably big time drunks, but
Yeah, they're just like, we spilled a lot of bourbon in there. Don't worry about it. It's soaked into the floor at this point. Yeah, so not as harsh as it was the first time. More of that wheated experience that I'd expect. Okay, if you save the rye, go ahead and jump back into that one.
Getting a lot more vanilla now.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, that one opened up really nicely.
Definitely getting that toasted marshmallow now.
Mhm.
For a rye, it's got a sweet nose, right?
Yeah, it does.
yep.
Yeah, but Bill did confirm we did not flip flop them. It was the correct
No.
one in this bottle.
I was kind of
I
curious,
was concerned.
if you got a way of proving something, prove it, right?
Yeah,
Ain't
it's
nothing wrong with that.
scientific research. Yeah.
And if it got you an additional pour for the night, what the heck, right?
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
I mean, who can complain about this rye?
Not me.
It's a phenomenal rye.
it's really actually really smooth for a rye.
Mm.
Like the heat
And I
is
usually,
non-existent.
yeah, I usually prefer wheateds, but I think this rye is like outstanding.
Do we know
It's
how
really
old was
smooth.
that particular maltster?
Mhm.
Do we know how old that one was?
She said 5 years minimum.
On that one?
Yeah, minimum of 5 years.
So
And
I
mine
guess-
says 6 years, but,
Okay.
and it tastes the
not
same.
10, between 5 and 10, huh?
Well, Bill, is yours just
Somewhere in there.
is yours the malted rye or do you have the malt stir rye? Because they're two different things.
Good point. Mine is the malted rye.
Yeah, that's I have that one too. The 6 year, that's fantastic.
But you get the same notes and the flavor
I
from
am.
that malted than you do this maltster, huh?
I am. It's enough so that I can tell that it wasn't mixed up.
Good.
Nice.
Good. I need that confirmation. All right, fantastic rye. Let's see what the single barrel did. See if it opened up or changed any. Super, super sweet nose.
Oh, that smokiness is there now. Like it's really prevalent now.
Campfire.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Butter.
I'm not getting butter.
Yeah.
I'm just getting the smoke right now. St. Louis allergies, man. I don't know.
I don't think it changes like the harder you sniff. I don't know. Kind of like a burnt sugar, maybe.
Really nice.
Very nice.
Really good.
Oh, it got sweeter too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really enjoyable single barrel.
Oh, finishing.
And who is this? Taste Select Repeat again?
Yeah, Taste Select Repeat, co-owned by OJ Lima. He has a website, so they're basically an online liquor store, and they can ship to most states. And they
Okay.
do a lot of these single barrel picks.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah.
Are they tasteselectrepeat.com or are they somewhere else?
Yep. TasteSelectRepeat.com.
Cool.
Yeah, they have some definite cool stuff going on there.
Are they out of Kentucky or are they out of region?
He lives in New York, but
Cool.
their company is based in DC, kind of like Sealbox, so they can get around those state shipping laws. So yeah, they're DC based, can ship to most states. So I would definitely check out their catalog. They have a single barrel catalog on there,
For sure.
all kinds of cool stuff they picked.
Cool. We've got a few I follow. I will add that one.
All right, so let's take a vote. Whose favorite was the wheated bourbon, or the wheated tonight? Tony. All right, whose favorite was the rye?
I think I like the rye the best.
Okay, and the single barrel.
I did like the single barrel. It was a toss up.
They're both
Rye
great.
was a close second for me.
Yeah, so
I think on the second, I like the wheated on the second pass a lot more than I liked it on the first.
I definitely
Right.
agree.
I agree.
I think it was all
Definitely
good
agree.
once
Rye
it's set.
takes it though. Rye's our winner.
Yeah, that was
none
a
of it
tough
was
one.
bad. None of it was bad by any means.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, they were all
I
good.
wouldn't turn any of them down for sure.
yeah, definitely. All right, so what I'll do next, I will turn off the recording. You can stay and hang out. We can all chit chat, but we just record the tasting portion for those that couldn't make it tonight. And then it'll go up on our YouTube channel tomorrow. So check that out. It's Bourbon Sasquatch on YouTube.